Here are 3 techniques Taylor Fritz uses in order to have such a fast serve. Now, this video is courtesy of 12KGP Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link in the description below. All right, let's watch this first serve ace down the tee 3 times in a row. Yeah, just like that, right? Simple. All right, number 1, the first thing, again, you're going to compare your technique to Taylor Fritz. The first thing is notice he is showing Karen Khachanov his back. When you are serving, are you rotating and coiling your body? Are you turning enough that you can coil and then uncoil? Right? We can see, what is that, like a Nike swoosh symbol on a shirt or whatever. But look at the body rotation, right? So many recreational players, the entire time they serve, the opponent can see their chest. So they never coil. Make sure that you are turned enough that you can actually show your opponent your back. There's no way to uncoil if you don't coil first. Number 2, I want you to notice that he begins his explosive leg drive before he hits the birthday hat. When you serve, there should be a moment when you are at your lowest, right? So let's just look at Taylor right now. Right there is when he's at his lowest. So we can just put a line right at the top of his head. So that is when he is at his deepest knee bend. Watch his head go down to that line and then back up again. The point that I'm trying to make here is that you should, when you film yourself, you should see your head pop up. Let me use a different color so it's actually easier for you to see. There we go. You should see your head pop up above that line, that lowest point, before you hit the birthday hat. So just remember, and I teach this all the time, is the birthday hat idea, that you should wear a birthday hat and knock it off your head while you're serving. Watch how before he ever hits the birthday hat, we see his head pop up. See that right there? We see his head pop up, and then he knocks the birthday hat off. What I see all the time with recreational players is they move the racket, even if they hit the birthday hat, they move the racket past their head, and they're all the way down here. And then they finally explode up with their body. Way too late. Now, it's usually because the toss is too high. And the racket has time to get all the way to here by the time the body begins exploding. So if that's happening to you, just make sure that you lower your toss, and then that'll actually correct it. People call it an early racket drop. It's not an early racket drop in 95% of cases. It's a late leg drive because the toss is too high. But what I want you to do is make sure that you are exploding up before you hit the birthday hat. The reason is you want your body exploding up as the racket is going down, even from its highest point. If the racket is going down while the body is going up, see that? Body's going up as the racket's going down. It really stretches the shoulder, and you can get this elbow, you can get your lead elbow higher than your hand. That is a ton of shoulder stretch and external shoulder rotation, and it's like a catapult, and the racket just explodes up through contact. You absolutely annihilate the ball. So if you wait for the racket to drop down to, like, let's say here, which would be kind of halfway to the, to the full racket drop, what ends up happening is you get minimum shoulder layback and external shoulder rotation. And then what happens is you don't hit your fastest serves. So that's why you want to start exploding up before you hit the birthday hat. And the last idea, I want you to look at this moment in your own serve. Notice, we can actually look at the angle that he has. So right there, 138. What you generally see with recreational players is that their arm is way too straight. So their arm would just be in a straight line, whether it's straight like that, or if they do toss over to the right, their arm will just be in a straight line like this with the racket. You don't want the racket in a straight line with your arm. There's got to be an angle. This is the fastest way to pronate And to get that full internal shoulder rotation where the strings end up facing off to the right, the racket should not pass up over your hand. Like, you don't want the racket to pass up over your hand. You want the racket to pass to the inside of your hand. When the racket passes to the inside of your hand, and you know that as a righty, if your right hand is to the right of the ball, that's actually the fastest way to pronate and to move the racket through contact. When you copy these 3 ideas, you are absolutely going to blast your serve. Now, if you're tired of lugging around your heavy and cumbersome ball machine to the courts to practice, then you've got to check out the Proton Ball Machine by Hydrogen Sports. And right now you can get free shipping in the USA when you take advantage of my coupon code at checkout, and it's 2minute_Proton. The link is in the description, but it'll also be right on the screen at the end of this video. The Proton is fully programmable using its intuitive app, holds up to 100 balls, and weighs less than 20 pounds. To check out the Proton, click the link in the description and remember my coupon code for free shipping, 2minute_Proton. And if you're looking for people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, maybe you want to find a local league at your level, or you'd love to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, then use my link for PlayYourCourt. And it's playyourcourt.com/2minutetennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. So click right here to check out the Proton Ball Machine, and be sure to use my coupon code at checkout for free shipping. And it's 2minute_Proton. You copy these 3 serve tips from Taylor Fritz, there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.